Okay. So I am going to start your monthly reading. So this will be for the month of March, going all the way into April. Okay. And I will have the extended in the description box, as well as a link to purchase my dating game if you want to connect with people on a deeper, intimate level. All right. I'll have the link for that at the bottom as well. So let's get into it. So I hear, ooh, for some of you, stages of depression, um, stages of depression and losing your cool. So it could be a situation where you felt you were being as patient as possible, because that's what I hear. Like, I've been patient, I've been true, I've been kind. It's almost like you feel like you exhausted your list. All the things you felt you could have done to make a situation work, you felt like you exhausted your list. And it's like, what are we doing? So it could be a situation where if you are just dating this person, um, it's like, what are we doing? Are we going to move this to the next level? It's almost like you could have been sitting back and you could have been waiting to see what they're going to do. Are they going to fix this? Because I hear moving too slow. Um, for some of you too, you could have also found out that this person lied. Like, I hear lied or cheated if you're already with them. Um, and I hear like not answering calls, not answering texts. So you could have been reaching out to this person, they weren't corresponding back to you, and some of you feel played, you know. Um, I even hear backstab, like you feel backstabbed, you feel emotionally bankrupt, you feel like all that I did for this connection and there's nothing to show for it. Um, yeah, you are so done. Can I say that with a capital D? Like, you're so done. And what made you feel upset is like, dang, we were almost there, you know? Um, and you could have been helping this person out. Um, yeah. And it could even be, because right now the cards that came up for you is home and then Phoenix Rising. I also hear putting two and two together. So it could have been a situation where you had to like play Madlock. You had to go and snoop around because you felt like this person wasn't coming forward. They weren't being honest. You felt like they were trying to hide something from you. So it's almost like you had to go around and figure it out for yourself, and you found out. And what you found out, it wasn't pretty. It's like you could have found out that all along they had other people, or all along they had another girlfriend or another boyfriend. Um, and you feel cheated. You feel cheated. And I also hear manipulated. You feel like manipulated. You feel backstabbed. Um, some of you feel like, I'm just done with love. And don't be done yet. Don't be done yet now. So the beautiful thing is Phoenix Rising. Okay? So you could be rising out of a dark situation. I hear like it lasted too long. This cycle could have lasted too long for you. Okay, you feel like, when you could have been praying, when will my pain go away? This could be something that you were dealing with for, I hear, for months. You could have been stuck on them for months, or on the situation because you never had any closure. I needed water. Yeah. So it's almost like you didn't have any closure. You were wondering to spirit, like, when will these feelings, these deep feelings that I have for this person, when will they go away? Like, why do I even still have feelings for somebody who would treat me like this? You could have just been so annoyed with the energy that was still lingering, even though you and this person is like done. And I keep hearing like done. So yeah. And I just heard the song too by Ella May, This Love Is Over, 1,000 Times Over. Ain't no do-overs. It was nice to know you. So you feel like, for some of you too, I hear cleaning out a storage. So I don't know if you were looking for a new place. Maybe you were supposed to move in, some some things that could have hurt you, like right in time, right before you even moved in with this person, things came to the forefront. Okay, so, and be careful, because for some of you, and it's not for everyone, this won't be for everyone, but I also hear like a disease. For some of them, they could have had something, hopefully not. But for whoever that is for, I also hear obnoxious. So you could have brought it to the person's attention, like, like called them out on their bullshit, and they could have been really, really obnoxious. They could have been arrogant about it. I also hear FaceTime. You could have been FaceTiming this person. Maybe you guys would FaceTime, and then all of a sudden they stopped reaching out to you. And for others of you, I hear blind faith. So some of you are still hanging in there. Like you're trying to have blind faith. You could be praying that, in spite of all that happened. I hear the dirty laundry. So I feel like you're in touch with your truth when it comes to this person, but you feel that despite all that has happened, I'm still hoping that things will work out. I still want them, even though they have caused me pain. I feel like we can get through this, and that's just for some of y'all. Others of you, you're finished. So let's see what else is coming up. Yeah, I hear the end of story. Like some of you, you're just so done with this story. I hear like repetitious. You're just tired of hearing about this person. You could be watching readings from other readers, and it's like, oh, why they keep bringing up this person? For some of y'all don't even want to hear about them. Like they left a bad stain on your heart, and you're still trying to, I hear, understand it. For some of you, you're just still trying to understand it. Like, why the heck did this happen? So some of you are just still, you just can't believe it. For some of you, like, you're just shocked. Like, this is who you really are. Like, seriously. For some of you, you could have had a face-to-face altercation, and you could have told them off straight to their face. Like, this is who you are. So this is, like, this is what we're doing. Oh my goodness. So for them, the card that came up, if this person hasn't come forward yet, number one, I hear reaping karmic repercussions, right? So it's almost like what you put in is what you get out, good or bad. So karmic repercussions, it's almost like they can still be tied up with a karmic situation. And it could be like a living situation. It could be I don't even like to say like karmic partners. I don't even want to say all that, but it is what it is, right? They could even be caught up with a karmic partner. And for some of you, you could have been waiting for them to finish that dark cycle in hopes that they will clear out whatever karma that they have to, and they will come back to you in a better version, a more enlightened or a more awakened soul that can love you the way that you deserve to be loved. Yeah. So for them, it's like they want to come back around, but they fear, like they have lots of fears. And it says, I fear that you will reject me. It's almost like they feel like if they come back around, this time you won't even want to hear it. This time you won't even want them. So they're fearing rejection from you. And I feel like some of it too is like shame and guilt, because they almost know. I hear pulling the wool over your eyes. So it was a facade, and you caught on to it. For some of you, it came up in a dream. So I'm assuming that some of you guys are actually empathic. And it came in a dream where you were getting hints and clues that something was off. I hear standing in the way. It's like you knew something was standing in the way of you two connecting on a deeper level or taking things even further. You knew something was standing in the way, but you just didn't know what. So it could have appeared in a dream. But yeah, it's like they're almost afraid to come forward to you. They scared. Why they scared? Aw. And for some of them, it says like, we are not right for each other. So I feel like this was very like toxic. And the biggest thing I hear is like answering calls, you know? Um, if you took this person back over and over again, it could have been a situation where you were down them, like meaning to say you were really, really big on, these are my boundaries. This is the way I need you to respect me. If I call you, at least answer. If I text you, at least don't wait for the next day. So you could have been pointing out flaws in their communication, the imbalance in the relationship, because I hear you were giving more, or you were doing more than them, and you pointed it out to them. And it could be them like, oh, we're not right for each other. But they're only saying this because they can't stand up to your standard. So whatever standard that you have for this relationship, it's like they know they can't meet you there. They know like they're not reliable. They know like it's hard for them to be honest with you. Because I hear laying it down. You could have told them like, let me tell you, you can't do this in and out stuff. You can't, making it very clear to them. And another thing, I want to tell you so many things. And I feel that. Like, I feel that. Some of you might even feel that. Like, you feel that it's this something unfinished. There's something that's just lingering, and it's probably pissing you off. Like, when are they going to come forward? What is this all about? And it's like they're holding back on what they want to tell you. And I think you kind of feel it. You feel that the energy is not completely done. Well, what do they want to say? I also hear telepathy, like telepathic communication. I also hear daydreaming about you. They're wondering about you. Tell me more. They're wondering how you feel. They want to know how. They also, if you brought anything to this person's attention, I hear it triggered them, and they want to know, how do you know what you know? And like I said, I feel like some of you are empathic and you're very in touch with your guardian angels, So you could have brought up things to them that you even noticed from your own intuition. And they're thinking like, oh my God, how did he or how did she even know this? Yeah. See, they want to rush in so fast towards you. And they even want to send you like a message. But for some of them, they're feeling like it's a waste of time. Like for some of you, they feel like you won't believe them. Or once again, going back to, I fear you will reject me. They fear that what they have to offer you or what they have to say, it won't be good enough for you. It's not what you would tolerate, For some of you, they know that you deserve better. This is like underneath all this, no matter what type of game they're playing with you, whatever type of facade that they're trying to put forward, underneath it, it just feels like I don't think I'm good enough for you, You probably were way more deserving than what they anticipated on, So this put it like this, you can meet somebody online or just see their picture, and you just assume, right? So you see somebody and you just assume that they're one thing, but then when you get to know them, you see that there's so much more. And I feel like this is what this person feels about you. Like you're way more than what I imagine. And I'm fearful. I'm fearful that I don't measure up to you. I'm fearful that once you see who I truly am, you won't even want me. And I hear recognizing your worth. So this person does recognize your worth. They do. Even if they don't tell you that, they know. So if they're standing back from you, this is why. They know. And I hear non-tolerant. Some of you guys could have been very verbal about your truths, like what I'm willing to tolerate and what I'm not. You a missed opportunity. See? And this is like you having to find a way. This is why this could be so hurtful for you. It's like you finding a way to move on without closure. Some of you, this is like silence. It can also be a Pisces. You could be what I hear, water sign. You can be with a Pisces, a Cancer in particular, or a Scorpio. Yeah. So it can be them, like the silent treatment, or just leaving a lot of things unsaid. And you're just trying to move on because the hurt, I hear the hurt and the pain is too much to endure. Tell me more about this person. If you have kids with this person too, if any of you have kids with this person, it could have been an argument and a blow up over responsibilities. Like I hear negligent. Somebody could have been negligent with finances or negligent with their time, leaving you to deal with all the burdens, leaving you to have to handle everything, and them just off and living their life. You could have felt like they're selfish. And if this is the case, if you do have a kid by this person and they treated you that way and you no longer are together, they're very like regretful and very remorseful. Yeah. So for others, it's like a connection. It started really fast and then ended really fast. And now it's like slow. Things are just like stagnant. You don't know what's what. Yep. So you could be feeling left out in the cold. You could have been communicating this to the person too. They can also live at a distance. For some of you, they live overseas. And they could be saying like, oh, they could be making excuses. Like, oh, I have to work. Oh, our distance. And you're like, well, that never stopped you before. What changed? It's like you almost feel abandoned by them or by the way that they shown up for you or didn't show up for you, Tell me more. Yeah. King of Pentacles, this can also be a Capricorn, a Virgo, or a Taurus. So they can be working on their finances. For some of you, this person struggles like when it comes to finances, like they struggle a lot or they're going through a struggle. Like there's something very sorrowful about this person. I don't know if they could have just lost their job. But yeah. It's like they have lots of anxiety and stress. And I feel like it's not even just about you, because I also hear work related. And I hear bills piling up. So this person is just burdened by life itself, not even you. And once again, I did say that for some of you with the karmic situation, it's like they're in a bad situation right now that's really, really toxic and weighing on them. Or in the past, they could have had a toxic partner that they never healed from. They never healed. Let me see what else. How much time? Yeah. So right now you're in a moment of self-care. You can even be in a moment like researching, like trying to research. I hear avoid. Since this person is not around, you feel like a void. And you also feel like lots of anger, like abandonment, like is the biggest word that I hear. Like you feel abandoned. And you felt, for some of you, you feel like they only kept you around to stroke their own ego. But self-care, it's like you're going through a cleansing and a purge of the old. Some of you, you're going to find that you're very emotional. Like this situation is going to trigger a lot of things in you internally. It's going to go back. Like it's going to go to like your family history, your family dynamics. And I hear it's even affecting the way you sleep. You're having a hard time sleeping. It's like so many things are starting to come in your mind. Like it triggered you. It triggered some emotions, some heavy emotions. All right. So this gives me like soulmate vibes. Someone who's here to teach you lessons. Yeah. Past life love. You guys could have been together in a past life, you know, and you could have came back together in this lifetime to clear up or heal any issues. And this says second chances. So there's possibly a second chance coming around, and spirit is saying like use your voice. While you two are separated right now, this can give you a chance to, like, I hear heal and to prepare yourself so that you're more emotionally strong. You're more emotionally stronger when they come back. And I hear facing your fears, whatever that might be for you. So I'm going to continue this on to the extended, and I send you so much love and light. Bye, everyone. Sorry.